All is set for Kenyans to go to the polls tomorrow, Tuesday, August 8th. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission says it has deployed logistics and voting materials to the 290 constituencies across the country.
The front runners of the elections are President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga.
All is set in Kenya as 19.6 million people go to the polls to exercise their franchise. The Eastern African economic powerhouse, with a population of 45 million, is bent on ensuring that there will be no violence as was witnessed in 2007. Though there has been some skirmishes here and there, which has claimed some lives, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has assured the nation and the world that Kenya will not derail the democratic gains made over the past decade. Political analysts have described the August 8 elections as a super showdown between the President Uhuru Kenyatta and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Interestingly, the two contestants have had their fathers in the driving seat as President and Vice President just after independence on 12 December 1963. Uhuru Kenyatta's father, Jomo Kenyatta, was the president, while his vice president was Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. But the two first leaders fell out. In 2012, the two sons of the first President Uhuru Kenyatta and Vice President Odinga locked horns for the presidency, and Uhuru Kenyatta had 6.3 million votes, while his opponent secured 5.1 million votes. This is the fourth time Raila Odinga is contesting to be president, and if he succeeds, then he will be the first to defeat an incumbent. Mr. Raila Odinga's party, which is an alliance of opposition parties called the National Super Alliance (NASA), has a running mate in the person of Kalonzo Musyoka, who was vice president to former President Arap Moi and Mwai Kibaki. On the contrary, the running mate of President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is the deputy president, William Ruto, was a member of Raila Odinga's party in 2007 elections, which turned violent. The main theme running through the campaign is the economy and corruption. On security, about 150,000 personnel have been deployed to maintain peace and order during and after the elections. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission says there are a total of 11,330 candidates contesting for elective seats, 261 aspiring for the county woman member of National Assembly, 183 for governor positions in the 47 counties, 9,142 for member of county assembly, 263 aspiring for the 67 senate seats, 1,473 aspiring for the 290 members of parliament seats, and 8 for the presidency. The numbers alone indicate that indeed the stakes are high, and this explains why many have fled the urban areas to the hinterlands. But the main presidential candidate Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga have pledged that Kenya will not toe the path of violence as it happened in 2007. Perhaps nature have heard the pleas of Kenya, and on the eve of the elections, the country will be one of the few countries in the world that the lunar and solar eclipse will be visible. The 5-hour eclipse will be seen from 15:50 p.m. to 20:50 p.m. GMT. Besides these, even the meaning of the name of the country, Kenya, which in the Kikuyu language is called Kirinyaga, implying mountain of whiteness, and the capital Nairobi, which in Maasai translates as to cool water, are enough messages for the stakeholders, including the parties, the Electoral Commission, security forces, the judiciary, and the entire Kenyan population to ensure that Kenya will go through this process safe and sound. Edward Nyakon, reporting from Nairobi.